Let's get back inside. Let's go.
Are you real?
We are real.
It's all real.
Put down the gun.
I'm sorry. I couldn't know. Forgive me.
A strange mist has spread across the world, and anyone who gets caught in it dies instantly. But what's hiding inside this mist that's killing everyone? Let's find out as we dive into the series. The story kicks off in a jungle, where we find a soldier named Brian lying unconscious. After being out for a long time, he finally wakes up, but with a severe case of amnesia. He has no idea what happened to him or how he ended up here. His dog is right there with him, but whatever trauma he experienced has wiped his memory so clean that he doesn't even recognize his own pet. He decides to take the dog and try to find a way out of the jungle. But after walking a short distance, he sees a strange, thick mist surrounding him. It's so dense he can't even see his own hand in front of his face. Suddenly, his dog spots something and bolts toward it. Brian yells for him to stop, but the dog doesn't listen. When Brian goes looking for him, he's horrified by what he finds. Something had attacked the dog so viciously that only its skeleton remained. Its entire body had disintegrated in a matter of seconds. The sight makes Brian's blood run cold. What on earth could turn a living dog into a skeleton in a split second? Terrified, Brian runs for his life. In the next scene, we meet a woman named Eve, who is a teacher. Her principal calls her into his office and tells her he's received complaints that she's been teaching about physical relationships and the reproductive system in an inappropriate way. He claims her methods are making the students curious about the wrong things. Because of the parents' complaints, she is being fired from the school. Eve is devastated because she believed she was teaching correctly, but the students took it the wrong way. She heads home heartbroken. Her husband, Kevin, tries to console her, telling her not to worry and that she'll find another job. Later, Eve and Kevin are taking their daughter, Alex, to a football match between students from her school. Alex is unusually excited about it. Kevin finds this suspicious. Alex never used to care about football. Once they get to the match, Kevin understands why. A boy named Jay, whom Alex has a crush on, is on the team, and she came just to watch him play. After the match, Jay's team wins. To celebrate, Jay invites Alex to a party at his house. Eve immediately says no, explaining that she doesn't think Jay is a good influence. Besides, Alex is only 16, and going to parties isn't right for her. Hearing this, Alex gets furious with her parents and storms off home. Elsewhere, we see a young woman named Mia being held by a man. "Where's my money?" he demands. "I want it back now." But Mia refuses to tell him. In a swift move, she grabs the nearest object and stabs him with it, killing him on the spot. She then grabs his gun and runs away. From this, it seems like Mia is an addict who's willing to do anything for money. Meanwhile, Brian manages to escape the jungle and stumbles upon a police station. He rushes inside and tells the officers, "There's something dangerous heading toward the town. We have to stop it. Give me a gun so I can kill it." Hearing this, the police officers just grab him and throw him in a cell, thinking he's lost his mind. They figure a few days in jail will bring him to his senses. Brian just keeps shouting, "You're making a mistake. Please, let me out. I have to warn everyone, or we're all going to die. No one will survive." In the next scene, Alex is sitting sadly in her room. Kevin can't stand to see her so upset, so he tells her, "All right, you can go to the party, but you have to take your friend Adrian with you. And whatever you do, absolutely no drinking." Alex is overjoyed that at least her dad is on her side. She and Adrian head to the party. As for Adrian, he enjoys wearing makeup and hanging out with girls, which is why his own family doesn't even talk to him. Because of this, Alex is his closest and only real friend. At the party, Jay approaches Alex and sweetly offers her a drink. Since it's her crush asking, she ignores her father's warning and ends up drinking a lot. What happens next is exactly what Kevin and Eve feared. The next morning, when Alex comes home, she is terrified and shaken. Looking at her, Kevin and Eve know something terrible happened to her at the party. Her mother, Eve, yells at Kevin, "I told you not to let her go. You sent her and you've ruined her life. How could you do this, Kevin?" Kevin himself is in shock, unable to process what happened. He asks Alex, "Who did this to you, sweetheart?" Trembling, Alex tells him, "I was passed out, but Adrian told me that Jay took me into a room." That's all Kevin needs to hear. He immediately heads to the police station to file a complaint against Jay. However, the police don't take his complaint seriously, because Jay's father, Connor, is a police officer himself. On top of that, a medical report shows no signs of a struggle, so the case can't move forward. Kevin keeps arguing, "She was unconscious. How could there be any signs of a struggle?" But no one listens to him. Meanwhile, Kevin's elderly neighbors, Natalie and Benedict, are sitting by a lake when suddenly, all the frogs in the lake start hopping out of the water. They have no idea what's happening. Along with the frogs, the insects and birds in the area also start acting strangely, as if something terrifying is about to happen. Natalie and Benedict, being elderly, get scared, wondering if this is a sign of some great disaster. Elsewhere, Mia breaks into a house where a woman she knew used to live, though that woman is now dead. Once inside, Mia seems to know exactly where the woman would have hidden money and tries to get it. She also knows her way around the house perfectly, as if she used to live there, suggesting the woman was likely her mother. But due to some resentment, she doesn't even say her mother's name. Just as Mia is about to grab the money, the new tenant of the house arrives and catches her. "Who are you and what are you doing in my house?" he yells, immediately calling the police. "There's a lady who broke into my house to rob me. I've caught her. Please come quickly." The police were already looking for Mia for the murder she committed earlier, so they arrive, arrest her, and throw her in jail, right in the cell next to Brian. He starts telling her, "Too, a disaster is coming. We have to get out of here to save people." Mia just thinks he's a crazy old man. Back with Eve, she decides to take Alex to her mother's house to help her recover from the trauma. After they leave, Kevin goes to the police station to check if any action is being taken against Jay. There, he sees Adrian, who has been called in for questioning. While the police are questioning him, they hear strange noises from outside the station. Jay's father, Connor, another officer, and Kevin go outside to see what's happening. They see the same dense mist rolling in. The three of them are stunned, assuming it must be a gas leak. Connor and Kevin head back inside to talk to Adrian, but the other officer stays behind. He's fascinated and wants to film it, having never seen anything like it. But as he's recording, a swarm of cockroaches suddenly attacks him. He has no idea what's happening. Hearing his screams, Kevin and Connor rush back outside to find the officer dead. The cockroaches had crawled all over and inside his body, killing him. Seeing this, Connor freaks out. He realizes this mist is something else entirely and runs for his life. But Kevin doesn't go with him because Adrian is still inside the station. As he's about to leave with Adrian, he sees Brian and Mia in their cells, begging him, "Please, let us out. We don't want to die." Kevin doesn't know what to do, but he takes pity on them. He unlocks their cells and lets them join him. At the same time, the elderly couple, Natalie and Benedict, are heading home when the mist surrounds them. Before they can react, a crazed man appears, looking completely out of his mind. He shoots and kills poor Benedict, then shoots himself. Natalie can only watch in horror as her husband dies right in front of her. Meanwhile, Eve and Alex are out getting some supplies when the mist rolls in there too. They run into a nearby mall for safety. Once inside, all the electronic devices stop working. There's no cell service, so they can't contact anyone. No one understands what this mist is. A woman in the mall, who is there with her son, is warned by others not to go outside into the mist. But she doesn't listen and goes out anyway. A few seconds later, they only hear her screams. As the woman runs back to the mall entrance, everyone is horrified by what they see. Something had attacked her so brutally that her entire jaw had been ripped off. Then, something from the mist grabs her and drags her away. A dead silence falls over the mall as everyone is paralyzed by the terror of what they just witnessed. Back at the police station, Kevin and the others are trying to find a way out, but they're trapped. They start looking for the keys to a police car to escape. Suddenly, the officer who was killed by the cockroaches reappears, now like a zombie, and tries to kill Kevin. But the others manage to take the officer down and save Kevin. Elsewhere, as Connor is driving away to escape the mist, an animal slams into his car. The animal is already dead, looking as if it was thrown at his car on purpose. Its body is mangled, with its intestines spilling out. The sight horrifies Connor, who abandons his car and starts running on foot. In the mall, Eve and Alex see Jay, who is also trapped there. The sight of him terrifies poor Alex. The mall manager, Gus, tries to calm everyone down. "Look, there's no need to panic," he says. "Please remain calm. The police will surely come to rescue us. I need some volunteers to help me secure all the mall doors so the mist can't get inside." Eve is given a key to lock one of the back doors. She goes with Alex and another woman from the mall named Kimmy to lock it. They carefully secure all the doors, but in the security hall, they find the body of a security officer who has also been brutally killed. The mist is present there, too, but contained in that hall because the door was shut. The three of them are terrified and run back to the main hall. Seeing how scared they are, everyone asks what happened, and Eve explains. Now Gus is confused. The security room is inside the mall, so how did the mist get in there? Everyone agrees they need to contact the police, but with no cell service, they can't. Gus remembers there's an emergency radio in the mall that they can use. But there's a catch, he says. The radio is in the guard's cabin inside the security hall. Someone has to go in there and get it. Hearing this, everyone freezes. No one is willing to go, knowing that whoever goes in will likely die. First, they need to confirm if the radio is even still there. Jay uses a drone from the mall to fly it into the security room to find the radio and figure out how the mist got in. As the drone drone flies deeper, the mist gets thicker, and it starts to lose control. But Jay manages to get it into the security room, where they see a broken window. That's how the mist got in. Luckily, the radio is there, but they also see the body of another guard, who is missing an eye, as if he shot himself through it. Just then, the drone completely loses control and shuts down. Now that they've confirmed the radio is there, the question is, who will go get it? Gus sets up a lottery system, writing everyone's names on slips of paper and putting them in a bag. Whoever's name is drawn has to go. Unfortunately, Eve's name is pulled. She tells her daughter, "Honey, you stay with Kimmy auntie. I'll be right back with the radio." Seeing that Eve is going alone, another man volunteers to go with her, which gives Eve a small sense of relief. Meanwhile, Kevin and his group find the keys to the police car. They all quickly pile in and speed away. Kevin directs them toward the mall to find Eve and Alex, since she had told him they were going there. As they drive, they're suddenly surrounded by people trapped in the mist. The people point guns at them and shout, "Give us the car! We need to get out of here, or we'll kill you." But Mia, who is driving, just floors it, hitting them and driving right through the crowd. In this situation, people were only thinking about saving themselves, which was, in a way, understandable. However, because of the high speed in the dense mist, their car crashes and flips over. Luckily, no one is seriously injured, but then the car's windows begin to shatter on their own due to the mist. Just then, they all hear the sound of a church bell ringing. They decide to head toward the sound, hoping to find shelter in the church.
Mia? You're not real. It's just a withdrawal.
As they're running, Mia sees the ghost of the woman whose house she robbed, her mother. The woman is calling out to her, "My child!" Mia is terrified because this woman has been dead for a long time, yet she's seeing her right in front of her. Mia's hair stands on end. She wonders if she's just high, if it's a hallucination, or if it's an effect of the mist. She can't understand why she's seeing these things. Just then, Brian grabs her, snaps her out of it, and pulls her into the church. Inside the church, they find Natalie and Connor. Seeing Mia and Brian out of jail, Connor starts yelling at Kevin, "Why did you release these criminals? And without my permission." Mia fires back at Connor, cursing at him, "You left us there to die. If I had my way, I'd kill you right here." This infuriates Connor. How dare a criminal threaten a police officer? In a rage, he handcuffs Mia. Back in the mall, Eve and the other man reach the security hall and quickly duck inside, shutting the door behind them. They now have to run through the mist to the security room where the radio is. They manage to make it.
Why do you have a gun? Who are you?
But once there, the man turns on the radio and starts trying to contact someone, but it's not the police. Eve is stunned, wondering who he's calling. She then notices a gun he had hidden. She tells him, "We should take the radio back to the others. Maybe they can help us." The man replies, "You can leave, but the radio and I are staying here. And if you say another word, I'll kill you right here." Eve realizes he never intended to help. He came for the radio for his own purposes, probably to contact his own gang members. Eve grabs the radio and tries to run. The man chases her, and in the struggle, the radio falls and shatters. Their last hope is gone. With the radio destroyed, the man attacks Eve. She fights back, but he overpowers her. Eve manages to get his gun and shoots him dead. She secretly keeps the gun, thinking it might come in handy later. But after risking her life, she has nothing to show for it and returns to the main hall empty-handed and dejected. Everyone asks her, "Where's the radio? And where's the man who went with you?" Eve lies, telling them the man got separated from her and she doesn't know where he is. She adds that the radio was broken anyway. Hearing this, everyone's hopes are crushed, and they're left wondering what to do next. That night, everyone in the mall falls asleep, hoping for better news in the morning. But when Jay gets up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, he sees something that makes him freeze in terror. Inside the bathroom are the bodies of two people. It looks like they hanged themselves, having given up all hope. Next, we see Kevin, Adrian, Brian, and Mia taking refuge in a church after a car accident. But Kevin is restless and doesn't want to stay. He knows that Alex and Eve are still at the mall and feels he has to go save them. The problem is, they need a car to get there. That's when Kevin spots a locked car parked outside the church. Of course, he doesn't have a key, so he gets an idea he needs to talk to Mia. Mia seems like she comes from a long line of thieves. He figures she must have stolen cars before and would definitely know how to hotwire one. He decides he has to talk to her. If she can get the car started, they'll be golden. Meanwhile, over at the mall, Jay has discovered two dead bodies. Gus and the others come to inspect them to find out who they were. During the search, they find military badges on the bodies. It means these two were soldiers who committed suicide. Gus is stunned, wondering what the military was doing here. Could they have been testing some secret weapon that failed? It's possible. And now, that failure is costing people their lives. These two soldiers could have revealed the secret, but they killed themselves. Because of this, Gus announces to everyone in the mall that they will all be searched. We found the bodies of two soldiers, he says. It's possible one of you is also a soldier hiding your identity. If we can find a soldier, they might be able to tell us what's really going on outside. Hearing this, one man tries to slip away, but Gus and the others catch him. And what do you know? A search reveals he also has a military badge. The man explains that the two dead soldiers were his seniors. But I'm telling you the truth, he says. I have no idea what's going on out there. I just joined the military recently. If something big was happening, they wouldn't tell me. Please, let me go. Hearing this, they release the man. But the one lead they had to figure out the mystery of the mist is now a dead end, as the soldier is clueless. Back at the church, Natalie's mental state is rapidly deteriorating. She starts claiming she can see someone named Benedict, insisting his spirit is right there with them. We are all going to die, she exclaims. If we want to live, when he comes, we will have to bow down before him. It seems like Natalie is losing her faith in God, believing the world is ending. She thinks some kind of devil will arrive to save people, and that's why she's saying they must bow to him to survive. She keeps spouting this nonsense, trying to get others to join her so they can be saved, but no one believes her. For their part, Brian and Mia have been locked in the church basement. From outside the door, Kevin asks, Mia, can you do that thing with the wires to start a car? If you can, I'll try to get you out. Mia replies from inside, are you kidding? That's child's play for me. Just get me out of here. I can start anything you want, not just a car. So, Kevin starts looking for a way to get Mia and Brian out of the basement. Over at the mall, two guys use what they think is 100% of their brain power and come up with an idea. Why not put the two soldiers' bodies outside the mall as bait? They can watch from inside to see what's hiding in the mist and killing people. So, they secretly put the two bodies on a trolley and push them outside. However, after waiting for a long time, the bodies remain untouched. It seems whatever is lurking in the mist is only interested in the living, not the dead. Back at the church, Natalie tells everyone, look, if you don't believe me, there's no point in me staying here. I'm leaving. With that, she walks out of the church. A poor guy runs after her to stop her, telling her it's dangerous outside. Just then, a butterfly-like creature appears and flies straight into the man's ear. He starts screaming in agony as the creature moves through his body, from his ear to other parts. It's a truly heart-wrenching scene. Then, the man's body bursts open, and large, butterfly-like wings erupt from inside him, making him look like a demon. The pain is too much for him to bear, and he collapses and dies on the spot. The man is dead, but the others manage to bring Natalie back inside. The one who tried to save her died, while the one who walked into danger survived. What a world. This incident gives Natalie a reason to gloat. See? Did you see that? She says. That creature was a sign that the devil is coming. If we want to live, we have to be ready. We must be prepared to bow our heads before him. Maybe then we'll be saved. At the mall, everyone finds out that the two guys were the ones who put the soldiers' bodies outside. They all give the two a good scolding. What was the need to open the mall gate without permission and throw the bodies out? The mist could have come inside. Gus steps in and tells everyone, look, if we're all going to survive here, we need to make a rule. Everyone will follow it. The rule is this. Anyone who does anything that endangers the rest of us will be thrown out of the mall. Since this was the first time for these two, they're forgiven. But if something like this happens again, that person will not stay in the mall. Hearing this, Eve speaks up. I'm not following this rule. We can't just throw someone to their death for making a mistake. That's not right. I'm leaving. You all can follow your new rule if you want. After she says this, she and Alex start to leave. Seeing them, a couple of other people decide they don't agree with the rule either. They all leave the mall and move into a small shop right next to it. Luckily for them, the mist isn't present there either. Meanwhile, the priest at the church is talking to Adrian. You know, he says, I think doomsday is coming, the day of judgment when everyone will die. Only those with true faith in God will be saved. God loves all of humanity. This is a great opportunity for us to get closer to him and atone for our sins. Now, Adrian has absolutely no faith in God, but he puts on an act for the priest. Look, I believe you, he says. Please, make me a believer too. As the priest begins performing a ritual on Adrian to purify him, Adrian uses the distraction to slyly pickpocket the basement key right out of the priest's robes. He was only faking it to get the key. With the key, Adrian frees the others and he, Kevin, Brian, and Mia run out of the church. Mia manages to hotwire the car, but a car won't start if it doesn't have any gas. The tank is completely empty. Seeing this, all four of them are devastated. What terrible luck. All that effort for nothing. Just then, Kevin says, wait a second. There's a gas station nearby. Let's go there. Maybe we can find a car with gas in it. We can get out of here faster with that. So, on the count of 3, they all sprint towards the gas station. On the way, they see the body of a man who was recently attacked. After a long run, they reach the gas station, but it's another disappointment. There are no cars there. But just then, a car pulls up with a man inside. He was there to get gas. He sees Kevin and the others and shows them a photo of his son. Have you guys seen him anywhere? He asks. I don't know where he went. I've been looking for him for a while. They are all shocked when they see the photo because the dead body they just saw on the road was this poor man's son. His son is already dead. But Kevin doesn't tell him the tragic news just yet because he needs the man's car. If he tells him his son is dead, the man might just drive off. So, Kevin first talks to him very nicely and even gives him something to eat and drink. In the next scene, Eve and the others who left the mall are talking amongst themselves. There's a little girl with them who can't sleep without a bedtime story. Alex decides to take her to the bookstore, which is right across from the small shop they're in now. So, Alex and the little girl go to the bookstore and start looking for good books. Back at the church, Natalie's madness is only getting worse. The priest tells her, "You are in a church right now in front of God. How can you talk about devils in his presence? Let all this go and strengthen your faith in God. It will only benefit you." But Natalie refuses to listen. Meanwhile, the two guys who threw the soldiers' bodies out of the mall use their small brains again. "We got in trouble for putting the bodies outside," one says. "So let's do this. Let's bring the bodies back inside. That should solve the problem." So, these two idiots open the mall door again and start pulling the trolley with the body on it back inside using a hook. After a lot of effort, they get one trolley back in. But the second trolley gets stuck on something. Whether it was just stuck or the demon in the mist was holding it, they were about to find out. And that's exactly what happens. One of the guys, the bigger idiot of the two, goes outside alone to try and pull the trolley in by hand. This turns out to be the last mistake of his life. As soon as he steps outside, he disappears into the mist, and all they hear are his screams. Seeing this, the second guy immediately runs back into the mall and slams the door shut, thinking, "My friend is a goner, but at least I'm safe." But just then, his friend's body comes flying from outside and crashes through the door, having been brutally killed and thrown inside by something. His entire body is covered in blood. The surviving friend immediately panics and runs for his life. As he's running, he passes through the bookstore, smashing the door open and continuing to flee wherever he sees a path. The consequence of this is that the bookstore's door is now broken, allowing the mist to rapidly flood inside. At that moment, Alex and the little girl are still in the bookstore, and the mist quickly envelopes them. They start running for their lives, trying to get back to Eve. Meanwhile, Eve and the little girl's mother are waiting for their children to return. It's been a while, and they've just heard that the mist has entered the bookstore. Just then, the little girl comes running back towards her mother, but she's still outside the glass, unable to get in. A strange, large, demon-like figure appears. Seeing it, the little girl becomes completely hypnotized. Her mother screams for her, trying to snap her out of it, but the girl doesn't listen. Then, the demon figure kills the little girl right in front of everyone. So, this is the creature that lives in the mist and has been killing people. It can not only kill humans, but also control insects and animals. That's why strange creatures have been attacking people. If you remember, the officer was killed by cockroaches, a man was killed by that butterfly-like creature just a little while ago, and Brian's dog was brutally killed by something. It's possible the demon controlled a dangerous animal to kill the dog. The main plot of the series is slowly being revealed here. Seeing her daughter die right before her eyes, the mother breaks down in tears. But now, Eve is waiting for Alex to return, as she hasn't come back yet. The demon figure then appears in front of Alex to kill her. But strangely, the demon doesn't even touch Alex. Instead, it lets her go. This is so unfair and very strange. But why did it spare Alex? Maybe we'll find out later. It's a suspenseful moment. Alex runs back to her mother, and Eve is overjoyed to see her daughter alive. Back at the gas station, Mia and the others tell the man with the car the truth. "Look, your son is dead. Kevin lied to you because he didn't want to upset you. But we have to get out of here now, and we need your car. So please, stop searching for your son, and come with us so we can all get to a safe place." Hearing this, the man says, "You're all lying just to take my car. My son is alive. he can't be dead. I'm taking my car to go save my son. Mia couldn't just let the car go, so she and Brian grab the man and try to snatch the keys from him. But then, things take a turn for the worse. The man has a gun. In the ensuing struggle, the gun goes off and a bullet hits Brian right in the stomach. He collapses, wounded and bleeding heavily. Mia pleads, "Please, give us the car now. We have to get Brian to a hospital immediately, or he'll die." After losing his son, the man doesn't want to live anymore either. So, he gives them the car keys and walks off alone to find his son's body, so at least these kids can escape with the help of his car. Seeing this, Kevin thanks him, and they all immediately head for the nearest hospital. Back at the mall, everyone confronts the friend who survived and returned. "You knew the rule, didn't you? Anyone who puts others in danger has to leave. We forgave you once, but not this time. You have to leave the mall." Hearing this, he gets terrified and begs everyone, "I made a mistake. Please forgive me." But this time, no one listens. They all force him out of the mall. So the terrified friend wanders off alone. Now, we see our group arriving at the hospital. Luckily, the hospital has a working generator, which means Brian can be treated. The doctors immediately get to work on him. After a long operation, a doctor comes out with good news. Brian's life has been saved. Everyone is relieved. Kevin starts going around the hospital, showing everyone a photo of Alex and Eve. "Has anyone seen them?" he asks. "If you have, please tell me." But he gets a no from everyone. No one has seen them. As Kevin continues his search, he enters a ward and finds his own brother lying there with something impaled in his stomach. His brother explains, "When I was running from the mist, some thugs attacked me to rob me. In the scuffle, I got this stuck in my stomach. The doctor said they can't treat me because the room with the necessary equipment is filled with the mist. So there's nothing they can do for me. I'm going to die." But Kevin tells him, "Nothing will happen to you. Just have faith." Just then, his brother spots a gun on Kevin. He says, "Kevin, do me a small favor. Shoot me and kill me because I can't bear this pain anymore. I want to die." Hearing this breaks Kevin's heart. He runs to the doctor and says, "Look, there has to be some way to save my brother." The doctor explains, "Someone would have to go into that room where the mist is. The diagnostic machine is in there, and that's the only way to know where to make the incision and what to do. If we operate without it, he'll definitely die. And if we don't, he'll die from infection in 2 days anyway." Hearing this, Kevin makes a decision. "Look, I'll go. I'll take my brother into that room. You just guide me through a headset and tell me what to do. Just sitting here and doing nothing won't help. So why not give it a try?" The doctor agrees and they connect via headsets. Kevin puts his brother on a stretcher and heads towards the dangerous room. The mist gets very thick on the way, but Kevin manages to get inside the room. Once there, the doctor first instructs him to administer anesthesia to the patient. Only then can the object be removed. So, Kevin injects the anesthesia around his brother's wound. After running some scans, he finally succeeds in removing the object. However, a lot of blood is lost during the process. Following the doctor's instructions, Kevin packs the wound with clotting sponges to stop the bleeding. Now, Kevin needs to get his brother back to the other doctors who will continue the treatment. He tells his brother, "Don't worry, see? Everything will be okay. I won't let anything happen to you." With that, he quickly tries to make his way back through the mist. But then, Kevin slips on the blood on the floor, causing the stretcher to flip over, making his brother's wound even worse. Poor Kevin tries to lift his brother, but it's too late. The mist has brought swarms of leeches, which start entering his brother's body through the open wound. His brother screams at him, "Do you want to die with me? Go, run from here." Kevin can't bear to see his brother screaming in agony. Forced to end his suffering, he shoots his brother. After this, he makes his way out of that area and back to a safe room in the hospital. Inside the hospital ward, Brian comes face to face with another man who is also named Brian. This new guy looks at our protagonist and says, "You're Jonah, aren't you? You attacked me and ran off with my soldier's badge." Hearing this, our guy is stunned. He wonders, "Is my real name Jonah? I've thought I was Brian this whole time." He realizes this must be because of his amnesia. Just then, the real Brian attacks Jonah. Jonah fights back and manages to knock him unconscious. So, the big reveal is that the man we've been following as Brian is actually named Jonah. He had attacked the real Brian, a soldier, and stolen his clothes and badge. This raises the question, who exactly is Jonah? We'll hopefully find that out later. Meanwhile, Kevin hears screams coming from another room in the hospital, as if someone is being tortured. He heads toward the sound and finds a doctor who has tied up his own patient and is performing some kind of experiment on her. Kevin is horrified, but before he can even process what's happening, the doctor attacks him and injects him with a sedative, knocking him out. When Kevin Kevin comes to, he finds himself restrained just like the other patient. He pleads with the doctor, "What are you doing? Let me go." The doctor explains that he has created a special drug and is testing it on patients. After injecting them, he leaves them in the mist to see if the drug helps them survive. "I've tested it on many people," he says, "and now it's your turn." He injects Kevin with the drug and throws him outside the hospital. Kevin tries desperately to save himself, but it's no use. The mist starts making him see strange, terrifying things. The doctor observes, gloating. Until now, people have only survived for 30 seconds in the mist before it kills them. But Kevin is the first person to last for a full 2 minutes, all thanks to my drug. It means my formula is working. While the doctor celebrates, Kevin is on the verge of death. But just in the nick of time, Jonah and Adrian arrive, attack the doctor, and quickly pull Kevin back inside the hospital, saving his life. Elsewhere, Mia drives to her old house to retrieve some hidden money. The man who was living there is dead, but the cash is still there. As she's about to leave with the money, the woman who has been appearing to her shows up. It's now confirmed. This woman is Mia's mother. But Mia despises her because she never showed her any motherly love. Her mother says, "Forgive me for never doing anything for you, but I want to make it up to you now. Come to me, let me kill you. After that, we can be together forever, happy." Terrified by these insane words, Mia manages to escape and races back to the hospital. But just as she arrives, the hospital's generator runs out of fuel. All the automatic doors spring open, allowing the mist to flood the building. Pandemonium breaks out as everyone scatters, running for their lives. In another part of the hospital, Alex is in her room when someone locks the door from the outside, douses it with gasoline, and sets it on fire, trying to burn her alive. Just then, Jay appears and risks his own life to save her. Alex suspects he might be trying to look like a hero after what he did to her, but Jay insists, "Look, I didn't do anything to you at the party. You're mistaken. I know what happened to you was wrong, but it wasn't me. If I had done something so terrible, I wouldn't be risking my life to save you right now." Hearing this, Alex starts to believe that Jay might actually be telling the truth. Back at the church, people are slowly starting to fall for Natalie's rhetoric, believing her insane claims might be the key to survival. This deeply troubles the father, who fears everyone will lose their faith in God. To prove Natalie wrong, he challenges her. "Let's do this," he says. "You and I will both step outside the church. If your devil is real, it will save you. If my God is real, I will be saved. This will show people who they should truly believe." Natalie agrees to the challenge. They both step outside. Natalie stands calmly with her eyes closed, confident she'll be unharmed. The father, however, is immediately consumed by fear. The mist preys on his terror, and he hallucinates for horsemen who kill him and drag his body away. Natalie walks back into the church completely unscathed. Seeing this, everyone is now convinced that she is their savior and decide to follow her every command. Kevin and the others, fleeing through the hospital, end up in the psychiatric ward, which is currently clear of the mist. They decide to rest there for a while. A doctor named Pharaoh offers them a place to stay. Later, Mia, who is a drug addict, takes some narcotics from the hospital supply because she can't handle the withdrawal. Jonah ties her up to prevent her from hurting herself or others in her intoxicated state. As Mia thrashes and screams, it triggers a flashback for Jonah. He remembers being experimented on by doctors in a very similar way, which is what caused his memory loss. For now, though, he can't recall what the experiment was or why it was done to him. After a night's rest, as the group prepares to leave for the mall, they can't find Adrian. While searching for him, they discover closets filled with dead bodies. Turns out Dr. Pharaoh, the one who gave them shelter, is insane. His mind had snapped while treating his patients, and he had killed them all. He had also captured Adrian. Pharaoh believed that a demon was possessing people and killing them, and that this demon had now possessed Adrian. He thought that by killing Adrian, he could kill the demon. Just as Pharaoh is about to kill him, Kevin intervenes, saves Adrian, and kills Pharaoh. The group escapes the hospital. On the way, they pass Adrian's house, and he asks Kevin to stop so he can see his parents. Inside, Adrian finds his mother dead, a victim of the mist. His father, however, is alive and is still angry at Adrian for showing up now. Meanwhile, at the mall, Alex and Jay are growing closer. They spend time together, which infuriates Eve. In a fit of jealousy, she locks Jay in a room to keep him away from Alex. But it's not just Eve who is angry. The mother of the little girl who died in the mist, the one Alex was with, is also furious. She goes to the other people in the mall and declares, "I think Alex is hiding something from us. Why didn't the mist kill her that day? We should throw her out to the mist. Maybe it came for her, and once it has her, it will leave us alone. Everyone is taken aback by this but agrees they have no proof and can't just sacrifice Alex. This only makes the girl's mother angrier. Back at Adrian's house, he and his father get into another argument. In a rage, Adrian shoots and kills his own father. When Kevin hears the gunshot and runs inside, Adrian cuts his own arms and, crying, tells Kevin, "My dad tried to kill me. I had to shoot him in self-defense. I have no one left in this world." Kevin comforts him, saying, "Don't say that. I'm here. You're like family to me." But then, Kevin finds a bottle of performance-enhancing drugs in Adrian's room. He confronts him. "What are these doing here?" Adrian finally breaks down. "Kevin, I'm so sorry," he confesses. "It wasn't Jay who assaulted Alex. It was me. I did it because I was lonely and wanted a companion." Kevin's world shatters. He starts beating Adrian, but Adrian manages to shoot Kevin and flee the house. He runs to Mia and the others, telling them, "Kevin's gone. My dad killed him." Devastated, the group decides to head to the mall to at least inform Kevin's family. But Kevin isn't dead. He's alive, just injured. At the mall, the little girl's mother enters Gus's office and finds a huge stash of food he had hidden for himself while telling everyone else they had run out. She threatens to expose him, but Gus, fearing the consequences, attacks and kills her. Just then, a group of people walks in. Gus lies to them, saying, "She was already dead when I got here. I saw Alex running away from this area. Alex must have killed her as revenge for speaking out against her." This lie sends the mall survivors into a rage. Believing Gus, they all set out to find and kill Alex. Elsewhere, Natalie tells Connor, "I believe the mist is here to eliminate all the bad people in the world. Do you know anyone who has done something evil?" Connor immediately thinks of Jay and tells her about the assault on Alex. Natalie declares, "We must go to Jay right now. If we offer him to the mist, it might finally get what it's searching for. Your great sacrifice could save us all." It's clear Natalie has completely lost her mind, but Connor, inspired by her words, agrees to sacrifice Jay. He knows a secret route to the mall through the sewer lines, and they all head that way. Back at Adrian's house, Kevin, who is unconscious, is found by Victor, one of the two dim-witted guys from the mall who was kicked out earlier. Victor came to the house looking for food. He tends to Kevin and tells him he saw a car full of people driving away. Kevin realizes Adrian must have lied to everyone and convinced them to leave him for dead. He knows they are likely headed for the mall and fears Adrian might harm Eve and Alex. With no car, Kevin tells Victor they have to run to the mall, resting in abandoned houses along the way. It's risky, but Victor agrees. After running for a while, they break into a house to rest, but the owner mistakes them for threats and tries to shoot them. Kevin overpowers and kills the man, and they find his car keys. Now, they can drive to the mall. At the mall, Eve realizes everyone is trying to kill her daughter, Alex. She grabs Alex and they run. They soon run into Adrian, and for a moment, they are happy to see him. They ask about Kevin, and Adrian repeats his lie. "I'm so sorry. Kevin died trying to save me." Eve and Alex are heartbroken. Just then, Gus and the mob close in on them. They flee again and hide in the same room where Eve had locked up Jay. Meanwhile, Jonah, who is looking for supplies, is ambushed by the same soldier whose two senior officers were killed earlier. The soldier captures Jonah and says, "Where have you been, sir? I've been looking all over for you." Jonah, confused, asks, "Do you know me? I don't even know who I am." The soldier replies, "I've known you for 8 years, sir. You're a senior army officer. The doctors experimented on you." Jonah presses him, "Can you tell me what the experiment was?" The soldier says, "I'm not authorized, but the doctor who led the experiment can tell you. It's related to this mist. If you want to know the truth about who you are and what this mist is, you have to come with me." With no other options, Jonah agrees to go with him. Connor and Natalie arrive at the mall to find Jay. Gus joins them in their search. They eventually find the room where Jay is hiding with Alex and the others. Connor leads Jay away, telling him, "Son, forgive me, but what you're about to do for humanity will make the world proud." Jay has no idea what he's talking about. Before he can react, Connor shoves him outside the mall and locks the gate. Jay screams to be let back in, but Connor doesn't listen. Jay is forced to run for his life from the mist. Natalie tells Connor, "Your son's sacrifice will not be in vain. We will all be saved." The rest of the mall crowd corners Eve and Alex. "What did we do?" Alex cries. They tell her, "You murdered that woman. You'll kill us too. You either die out there or you leave now." No one listens to their pleas for innocence. Just then, Kevin bursts into the mall. He sees Adrian, who can't believe he's alive. Adrian tries to run, but Kevin catches him and beats him mercilessly. As he's about to deliver the final blow, Hello, Adrian sputters. I know where Alex and Eve are. The others are trying to throw them out. If you keep hitting me, you won't be able to save them. They might already be dead. Kevin sprints to find Alex and Eve. They are overjoyed and relieved to see him alive. Kevin confronts the crowd, but they tell him, "Your daughter is a murderer. We can't have her here. So you get out with them." The mob forces all three of them out of the mall. As they run towards Victor's car, the mist catches Alex. It tries to enter her body, causing her immense pain. But before it can consume her, Jay rushes in and pushes her out of the way. The mist, now enraged, turns its full force on Jay. Kevin gets Alex and Eve into the car and they drive off, but Jay dies right there. The poor guy was portrayed as a villain from the start, but he was innocent all along. He truly loved Alex and sacrificed himself to save her. It's also revealed that it was the little girl's mother who set the fire in Alex's room, and Jay was the one who saved her then too. Alex is devastated by Jay's death, and Eve feels terrible now that Kevin has told her the truth about Adrian. Fueled by revenge, Kevin floors it and crashes the car directly into the mall's main entrance. The doors shatter, and the mist pours in, killing everyone inside one by one. Kevin's car gets stuck in the doorway, but Connor, who is still alive, manages to push it free. Alex lets him into the car, and they all drive away, hoping to escape the town and find a city untouched by the mist. As the mist fills the mall, it finally claims Natalie. Everything she preached was wrong. She was never immune. She had just been lucky that the father died first. This time, her luck ran out. As Kevin and the group drive on, they see a train up ahead. Soldiers on the train are throwing living people, who look like prisoners, out into the mist-covered landscape, seemingly leaving them to die. Kevin and the others can't believe what they are witnessing. Then we cut back to Jonah, who is in the truck with the soldier, on his way to find out the truth. Hiding in the same truck, unseen, is Adrian. And on that cliffhanger, season 1 of the series ends. Okay, I know you probably have a ton of questions. The series leaves all the answers for a potential season 2 that was never made. Questions like, what is the mist? What was the experiment? Why are soldiers dumping prisoners? Based on what we've seen, here's my theory. The military chose this small town to test a special kind of weapon, the mist itself. This mist is something that can induce powerful hallucinations in humans and make animals go berserk, which is why the insects and animals started attacking people. When humans are exposed, they see their worst fears or other illusions, and it's these mental attacks that ultimately kill them. The military likely created this weapon to wipe out entire enemy cities. The people being thrown from the train at the end were probably new test subjects, brought in to see how the mist affects a fresh population. It's possible the military will keep bringing people here to die until their test is complete. A similar test was likely performed on Jonah, which is what erased his memory. So that's my take on it. If you have a theory of your own that you think fits better, I'd love to hear it. And hey, if you like this video, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on the bell notification. I'll see you in a new recap soon.